Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
Help!
Here,
Oh.
take my hand.
Ah!
Come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No! Get it away from me!
Take it. Take my
After a big afternoon of shopping, there's nothing better than some Mexican food and a nice little drink. Come on down and enjoy a nice Mexican fiesta.
Guess what? We took everything you love about the Bloomin' Onion and created a menu you've never seen before.
Let me hear you say, Bloom that ass. Bloom that ass.
This bloomified menu starts at $13.99 and it's gonna blow your bloomin' mind.
Good morning, everybody. It's back. It's filled. I still got the tea in it. But unfortunately, I've got a little baby key. I hate these keyboards. I like the long ones with the extra numbers on it. And because I use these things to draw with, it's all a shambles, but it's dead. I tried drying it out. All water was dripping out of it all day. Well, tea was, and I lost it. So, and they're like Apple ones are expensive. I thought they were $100. It's like $180 for an Apple keyboard. Highway robbery. Bancroft got a keyboard to match his chainsaw. I know, right? It's like a little baby one. I hope you were doing well this morning. I literally just woke up. You notice I forgot to tweet about it. I set the stream up late. I was asleep in bed 30 minutes ago. So but up, ready to go, got my tea, showered, got dressed, all that stuff. Hope you are all doing well. Let's go and see who's in here. Thank you very much for being here, by the way. On such short notice, Mark's Music Obsession came in first. You know what that means. It means I have to upload his thing, which I haven't done yet. It's all right. It's all right. It's starting off. It's 8:23 in the morning. 67 firsts for Mark. Getting there. Getting there. Getting close to 75. Does he need? I think he needs 76 to be the all-time champion. Hail Mobigs, the Golden Wrench. We got Citizen Rona in the house. This stream should be action-packed. Oh, it will be. As long as it's you guys being action-packed, not me, because I'm still waking up. Take my hand. I feel like I've gotten so good at hands now. Well, better. I've gotten so much better at hands now. I don't know how relevant the old ginger root hand is, but, you know, got to keep the means alive. Don't forget to hit like with your little hand. Yes, indeed. Please do that. 30.99. I love listening to that. What's up, K-pop? What's up, Edwin? 30.99. We have David Allen House. Oh, yo, David. Great to see him, my friend. We've got Moromi here too. It's forehead after forehead. Forehead after forehead. They stack up on top of each other. Bancroft is the monolith. I am the mystery. I am the unsolvable mystery from times past. What's up, Don? It is. No spillage today. I mean, like I said, I've done I don't know how many, over 1,500 at least, probably even 1,600 streams. And I think I've only spilt a drink twice, but that one was the worst. It's dead. It's dead. Not even the Asians could save it. Yeah. It's all unfortunate, Henry. I feel like you wouldn't have this problem with coffee. Maybe not. Because I definitely do tempt fate with this big, long, tall, American-made Yukon don't tread on me tumbler thing that I've got here. I do tempt fate on it. And I sit it precariously on 2 coasters that my kids made me that are falling apart. But you know, you gotta be a dad. So I do tempt fate with it. But I know I'm pretty good. Most of the time I don't have my hand over there, so it's fine. No, the Asians didn't come, unfortunately. They I don't know, I guess they have their own rice. Nugget attacked your keyboard. Just another reason to hunt him down. Oh, man, we were looking at photos of Nugget the other day. I miss that little guy. Yeah, I don't like it. I like the flat sleek. I like that it matches the computer. Whenever I hear you guys typing, sometimes at work, there are other keyboards, and I hear them. They click, 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 click. I feel like, what year is it? You know, I don't use a mouse either. I use this thing. I haven't used a mouse in a long, long time. My daughter hasn't even seen a mouse in this house. What are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? 6:23 p.m. in Florida. It's a good time for you guys. Bancroft claims to avoid your but yesterday he spilled all the tea. Almost all of it. There was hardly any left. I saw a nutty leftist the other day that had a 6 set. Is that the chick? Is that the woman? Where it's like, normally when you have a big, tall forehead, it's because you have a hairline that goes back. But this chick just had a flat area, and it was rectangular, and it was like this. If it's the same chick, I think I know who you're talking about. I also prefer mechanical keyboards. Clickety-clack mechanical keyboards are the best. Maybe. Not in my... It was, yeah. And then it's the same chick. It's the same chick. She was... It was haunting to see. All right. I am here to work. We'll extend this here. Oh, no, I didn't put Mark's thing up. What am I doing? What am I even doing? It's there. Okay. She was ragging about Trump. It's funny, actually. I still watch some like political, only a couple. I always watch more of it when it comes around election time, but I still watch a few political channels. And, just to sort of keep abreast of the goings-ons. And it's getting pretty funny watching people cope. What were they talking about? Inflation the other day? And they were like, energy is down. Groceries are down. What else is like? Housing is down. This is all in America, not in Australia, unfortunately. Actually, petrol is really low at the moment. But I remember I said to Mel, they were like, wasn't it with the tariffs? They're all supposed to go up like crazy. I seem to remember that. And it's not happening, and everyone's freaking out. They're like, the tariffs work. Although with the tariffs, I don't know yet, but unfortunately for guys like me, there might be additional costs with sending, books and stuff, even small things like books to the States. So everyone's waiting to find out what that's going to be. I mean, it would suck if it ended up being something like how it is in friggin' Europe, where you have to pay at the post office just to receive your stuff. That would blow. We at least don't have that. With all our faults, at least we don't have that. No, Trump is a fascist for laying down the law in DC. That is so frustrating. Most crime is at a 30-year low since they stopped reporting crimes. Remember when Giuliani did the broken window thing? Where you just go after people for the smallest things, and then eventually they get the picture and then stop being antisocial. And New York was, from what I saw, was super safe for a long time, and then sort of gone to hell in a handbasket again. It's like every 10 years, everyone has to relearn the same things. It's infuriating. Yeah, it worked. And it's the same thing is happening here. You got people running around being completely, just lawless, and then it's all just slap on the wrists. And it's like, we tried this, it didn't work. It's infuriating. It truly is. Okay. It's also infuriating working on this mini keyboard. I'm gonna have to go and get one this weekend. This is because I spilled a tea. Like I said to Mel, I had that keyboard for a long time. I had it from my previous computer. Bloody hell. The only laws they want to enforce are lockdowns. Well, and now they're all coming out. The big they all came out. The Federal Health Advisor, whatever, during lockdowns here came out and said, "Oh yeah, that was actually a mistake. Yeah, our bad. Sorry about that." No, they didn't say sorry. They just say, "Yeah, that was in error. It didn't help. In fact, it exasperated the situation, and that was an error." So are you going to turn yourself in to go to jail? Like, what are you trying to say here? Because that was pretty messed up, and heads need to roll. Next time they do it, it'll be the right thing now. Exactly. Well, now we're Australia is at the mercy of the World Health organization when it comes to anything pandemic or whatever related. So anything they say, Australia has to do by law apparently now, which is awesome. So yeah, look forward to that, Aussies. Look forward to that unelected, unaccountable body of communists deciding, you know, what we need to do. I want to start over from year zero, says Henry Bemis. The Pol Pot method. It is, David. And we seem to be like 20 years behind you guys in terms of, like, I don't know, progressing past this woke stuff. I'm going to take my hoodie off because I'm getting hot. I don't want to have a nip slip, so I'm going to turn my camera off. Why is it hot in here all of a sudden? Oh. I just got here. Who's going to jail? No one, unfortunately. Like all of the friggin', what are they, Pfizer people and everything. It's all coming out now. It's all, you know, and in the US, the Russia hoax thing has all come out. And the heads aren't rolling. They need to roll. Someone has to roll them. I don't want to have a nip slip, so I'm going to turn my camera off. Valley Law just destroyed his own keyboard. Valley isn't watching, but somewhere he's like, there's a disturbance in the force. Let Bancroft get a bit more comfortable. I'll wait. I'm not even wearing my normal black t-shirt. I'm wearing navy blue. It looks weird. It's not my brand, you know? But I was watching a clip of Charlie Kirk yesterday, and he was grilling some journalist, and the journalist is completely, you know, not hearing what he was saying. That, like, you have the elite, you know, media class, politician class. You have not. There's been no accountability for any of it. So until that happens, there can be no moving past it. Because he was doing this, oh, like, why are we always looking back? Why can't we look forward? It's like, because nothing happened. No one was held accountable. My wife asked me when I got a satanic shirt. It was the Lucent, the satanic. August of the just tell her that is not that symbol. It's a 7-pointed star. It's the star of Ishtar. It's not a pentagram. It is a very ancient symbol. Far predates anything that might be considered Christian or satanic or anything. So you're all good there. Although Ishtar herself, you know, that's a whole nother kettle of fish. So, but most people don't know about the goings on of Ishtar. I don't have a satanic t-shirt. I have a great cyberpunk t-shirt available on the campaign. Want to get that? The other shirt is my Painted Death t-shirt featuring the Star of Ishtar. Oh, this keyboard is doing my head in. No, Jay. No offering your soul to, or any girl's soul, to the Dark Lord Satan. Disavow. Not today. Mo says the Lucent doesn't promote Satanism, but let's say a Christian bakery would hesitate to bait a Gilgamesh. Probably would, yes, probably. If the rumors are true. Now, how can we really know after all these years what went down? We can make inferences, we can guess, but you won't find that kind of action in the Lucent. So, all's well. The governor of Illinois just signed into law that requires third graders to up and have mandatory psychiatric sessions. What the hell? Oh my God. They can't help themselves. T-apocalypse now? It was yesterday. It's a really simple fix to fix Australia. 1, free speech. 2, right to bear arms. Yeah, neither of those are happening anytime soon, Moromi. So we're kind of up shit creek here. Australia's in a really weird place because we have one of the largest Jewish diasporas in the world here. We also have a whole bunch of new migrants of a competing faith, let's just say. And they don't like the Jews all that much. In fact, they seem to be quite fond of the people who don't mind a little bit of massacre. So all the politicians are trying to bend over backwards to appease both groups at the same time, and it ain't working. The Muzzies versus the Schnozzers. Very, I like that. Yeah. Just more bacon for the rest of us? It could be. I think UK, Canada, and Australia are all in kind of the same place, but just at different stages. I do think the UK is still a lot worse than us. Like I saw a girl getting arrested for being at McDonald's too late. Oi, you got a license for that Big Mac? And that was a bit Australian. What's a Cockney accent? Oi, Gav, you got a license for that Big Mac? Rev. Send them on walkabout in the outback with no supplies. That would definitely salt the wheat from the, what do they call it? The chaff? $1 million enter. 500 return. Oi, Gov, you got a license for that Royale with cheese? I think this is supposed to be brown. Pretty sure. All of my movements that are always second nature are now not because this little annoying keyboard. Maromi says, I heard Scotland is safe because the migrants hate the cold. Yeah, I don't know about that. I've thought something similar, but I don't know if that's true. It is a very big lifestyle change coming from, say, Mediterranean or even, of course, like sub-Saharan environment to friggin' Scotland or Ireland. Actually, but in the see, this is why I know the UK is a bit further along than us because they're having massive protests at the moment, because they're doing that friggin' the migrant hotel thing. So I feel like they're a bit further on than we are. Things have to get really bad before, you know, people start to say enough is enough. Mo says Minnesota may as well be Canada at this point. Because of all the migrants there. You see, that's what you have to avoid. Whenever you have any kind of mass immigration, they did the same thing in France. And that's why they end up with no-go zones. You can't just have large groups of people from another culture all moving into one area. So they set up just a little mini country in another country. It needs to be spread out. It needs to be, because then otherwise there's no hope of any assimilation and integration. People can live their entire lives in enclaves, not speaking the local language and just not being part of the country at all. And that's where you get massive issues. Yeah, Poland is Poland and Hungary and a lot of the, you know, a lot of the countries that know communism, they would like, they could see the WEF agenda, the Davo thing coming from a mile away, and they just said, nope. Not on my watch. What's up, Jake? Jake was showing me some cool stuff in Clip Studio Paint the other day. It's so frustrating. Like, why doesn't Photoshop have these things? It's the original graphics freaking bloody, what is it, program? It's so dumb. Get your shit together. Where is Noah? Asked Jay. I haven't seen Noah in a while. Maybe he's out living life finally. Getting out of his bedroom. Enjoying his youth. Although I hear that's not what kids do these days. That's what I've been told. Bancroft, you sweet summer child. Yeah, that was probably a bit of wishful thinking. In reality, he just had his internet confiscated because he was misbehaving, probably. Hmm. Noah thinks he's turning lesbians, but they are turning him, or should I say, Nora thinks that. He's slowly becoming a twink. Is that what you're saying? Ryan says, Jay says, Noah's pimp game consists of alphabet girls that find him the better alternative to trans men. That's a ancient method of procreation, tried and true. It's called the sneaky fucker method. If you can't be the alpha, hang back and wait till the alphas go out to hunt, and then you strike. What's up, Patrick? David says Alien Earth is a really good show so far. I've been watching as much as I can the alien stuff to get caught up, so I'm a little bit more learned on the lore. But I haven't watched that. I've heard mixed things. People are very diehard about their franchises, you know. They get very particular. So when one thing doesn't match up quite how they wanted it, I'm not so particular. I can enjoy things. 10-year-old games, 17-year-old dames. Shake my head, says Mo. To be young. From everything I hear, it's an absolute hellscape out there for the young people. I do not envy them. Maromi says non-Westerners in the Netherlands outnumber the native population 2.5 to 1. See, that's just a freaking disgrace. Like, that's what I don't get. You know, they all talk pro-diversity, but they don't want the Netherlands to have their own distinct, diverse culture. You know, every Western country needs to just be washed over. But you know, like no one would ever say that about Japan or Korea or Afghanistan or wherever. Mo says, if Noah has to sell his booty for them, he may as well pirate. I'm not sure what that means. David says, I like Alien 1, 2, and 3. 3 was... I didn't not like it. It was just... Let's just say it was just different. Can I say that? It was different. But at least she wasn't a superhuman. Like, I still haven't finished watching Resurrection. I don't think I will. I don't feel like I'm going back to that. I think I did watch Prometheus, but I didn't follow much along because I feel like I just didn't know enough. So I have to go back and watch that. Alien Resurrection was so bad, it's good. Well, I didn't quite get there. I didn't get to that part of it. Because I just couldn't. They were playing basketball and she was like, it was like the friggin' Harlem Globetrotters, and it's like, yeah. Pass. Okay, so says if you're gonna watch Alien 3, watch Alien 3 the production cut. It still sucks because they kill off Hicks in such a dumb way. I don't know what I saw. I just watched it on whatever streaming service I have. I wouldn't know how to watch it in any other way. What's up, Phil? We got Mr. Diaz in the house. But yeah, once I'm done with Aliens, I'll get back onto Predator, which I'm not as interested in, I must admit. Sorry, KSS. But maybe I'll have my mind changed. You know, anything could happen. I mean, at one point, I will get to Alien versus Predator, which people do seem to like, even though I think they admit it wasn't very good, but they still like it. I've not seen a movie in years, says Loretta Silvermember. Yeah, I didn't watch him for a while either, but I think it was mostly just because we had a baby, and you just don't have the stamina or time for it for a while. But I've been slowly catching up on everything I missed, you know, over the years. I like them because they go for, you know, 2 to 3 hours. I just put them on the side while I'm drawing, and, you know, just catch up. There was a while where I was just watching a lot of TV shows. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, K-pop. Watching all of the Predators so I can, because there's a lot of new Predator stuff, and that cartoon one looks really cool. I want to watch that. Jay's giving a suggestion to Phil on the name of his new Western comic, Whittle House on the Prairie. I like it. I like it. Get the old brush out here. Done with the gradients. Oops. Well, it's that time, Bancroft. Bancroft, Hail chat. Thank you so much, Mo, for hanging out. I will still be going for about another at least 20 minutes or so, I think. Yeah, about 20 minutes. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Please do hit like. Hail the Golden Wrench. Oh, I'll be streaming later, by the way, on Katie Phillips' channel. Kitty Phillips. So I figured out it is Kitty Phillips, and she does Flip City magazine. So it was both. People said it is both. But I'll be over on her channel at in a few hours. Talking about what? I don't know. That'd be nice to meet her. I think I met her once already. Somewhere. Some point. Cranberry's lurking. Got to do a thing. Wink, wink. Hint, hint. Thank you, KSS, for posting that link to the Lucent Fractured Mind, which I'm working on right now. Doing some shadows. What was I up to? What was I doing? KSS says, I'll be annoying a Lasmat in an hour. Good. That's when he gets entertaining, when he's annoyed. SS says, damn it, I added an S on a fractured mind. Well, maybe there are two fractured minds. Maybe we're going to find out. Happy belated birthday, annual celebratory salutations, acknowledgements, recognitions, and shit. That is to KSS, who has the eternal birthday in all our hearts and minds. Damn it, I keep... Kitty is cool and Flip City magazine is fun. It's like Mad Magazine. Yeah, that's my understanding. I'm obviously going to go and learn a bit more. See what it's all about over there. It was probably on maybe John's Long Box. It was on some channel. I can't remember where it was that I saw her. Oops. But she graciously extended an invitation, and I happily agreed. All right, I gotta do some smokage here. Gotta remember how I do that. I think it's just with the brush. Jay says he's purposely not wishing KSS a birthday-based greeting. I hope he can deal with it. Cold-blooded. What's up, Rick? Crenshaw says she came on my stream before I stopped doing that. A lot of people stopping streaming, I've noticed. It isn't for everyone. Who was talking about that the other day? Matt Krotz was tweeting about it. How, you know, the age-old advice has always been, you know, start a channel, build an audience, all that sort of stuff. as the years go on, we find out that this YouTube game is not for everyone. I don't know if I'm doing anything right here, but I think that's probably a better idea. Go a bit softer. It takes dedication. Yeah, for me, it just takes habit. You get into a habit and it's fine. You don't even think about it. But once you get out of the habit or something comes about that means it's not that simple anymore, yeah. Like I've completely fallen out of the habit of doing shorts at the moment. I've just been so focused on other things. But once I've finished something that I'm working on, I will get back into that. But it's then you got to get back into the habit. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. And that's really what Matt was saying. He was saying it's like having a second, and sometimes people already have a second job. So they're like, oh, you're gonna take on a third job in the middle of it all. So for me, it is like a third job. I have my day job, the comics, and then the YouTube. Kesa says, Jay Ryan and I are going to start a show. It's called Shove Your Hellos Cast. I'll tune in. Rick says, plus, if you take it too seriously, it probably gets stressful, more stressful than fun. If you want to just continuously grow, it's a treadmill. And that is stressful. And that is a grind. And it does become so much less fun. And you can't get off. That's the thing. Like, you can't take a break. You have to constantly be putting out content. And if you don't, you get punished. And it's like, nah. I figure anyone can start a YouTube channel and get moderate success, but not everyone can write and draw or make a comic that people actually want to read. That to me is the more valuable thing. So, I'd much prefer to focus on that. And just still have the YouTube channel, obviously, but not be so focused on, oh my God, I got, And I did it. I got a ton of views. I got a ton of subs. And it's like, I've done that. Maintaining it is more than a full-time job. St. Patrick T says YouTubers are weirdos. I don't disagree. I think the evidence speaks for itself. Did shorts get more views on videos and live streams? Shorts viewers stick with shorts. That's how it is. And that's fine. Like, you can still just, a video is a video. I know a lot of people didn't want to do shorts because they were like, it's not going to bring many live viewers. Like, yeah, but it'll bring you shorts viewers. The viewers are still viewers if that's what you're looking for. It's not quite, if you're trying to sell a book, it's not the same thing. But it is still, putting yourself out there to the broader world. It's a completely different thing. It's a different demographic. It's a different audience. But there's still, as far as I'm aware, people. There's probably a lot of bots as well, but yeah, I look forward to getting back to them. But it's not going to be, I have to get a short done or anything. That's not good. That way lies damnation. Plus, it seems like Comic Spaces is filled with beta males who like to cry a lot. I've noticed that. There does seem to be a lot of emotion and feeling in comics. And that's probably why I like hanging out with Rob. Rob has no feelings. None. You know, if something upsets Rob, he says to me, "Oh, that's a bit shit." And then I go, "Yeah." And then he goes, and then we move on. And we never speak of it again. Rob and I are kindred spirits like that. Anger is a feeling. Yeah, but Rob's anger is very transitory. For him, it's cathartic. You know, he feels it one moment and then it's gone. It's a very fleeting experience for Rob. Feelings are stupid, says K-pop. I agree. Who needs them? Especially since, I mean, YouTube isn't real life. The internet, Twitter especially is not real life. But a lot of people treat it like it is. I think that's where a lot of the problems come in. Cranberry says, "It isn't. You mean the emojis of cake and smiles aren't actually real?" I hate to break it to you. I'll not gain calories from my pixelated foods. That's a benefit. It's at least something. But you know what? Obviously I didn't go to the Heroes Con thing, but that's what everyone was saying who went. They were like, you know, all of this nonsense that goes on streams, it, you know, a little bit came out, but for the most part, 99% of the time, especially if you're just interacting with fans, definitely if you're interacting with fans, it doesn't exist. It's not real. It's all just, you know. It's the show. Rick says, I collect a lot of stuff. Action figures, cards, die-cast comics, artwork, and the comic space is definitely the most toxic. With the other communities, they only cry about scalpers. What is it about comics, do you think, that makes it so emotional? I wonder. Nostalgia? Meeting people in person that you found on YouTube is cool, though. That is very cool. That was far and away the coolest part of going to Tampa. Because you just have this idea of people when they're an avatar, and it's almost always completely wrong. It's so divorced from reality. Especially if the main interaction is like this in text. I'm talking and you're in text. It's like it's nothing like reality at all. And then you meet them in person, and then you get the full three-dimensionality. You get the whole person, the real person. It's a very cool experience. Cranberry says, I'm not nearly as funny in real life as I am online. I don't think any of us are. I mean, online, you only have to show what you want, You present this persona. You get the full Monty. Yeah, in some cases, you get the full Monty. KSS says, I watch the naked yoga channel community. There seems to be very little emotional fallout there. A lot of satisfaction, though, probably. But it's something that I do really hope next year I will be able to get out again, meet everyone. Aside from a few little hiccups here and there, it was great. And every time there is a con, people do rave about how good of an experience it is. It's just so damn expensive for me. But as I said, if I ever find myself in a position where it's like I'm going to owe a certain amount of thousands of dollars to the Australian tax department, or I could spend that on a trip to the States and not owe the tax department, well, I'll take that option. If that's, I'm not going to make that situation happen, but if that situation comes up, I'll do the latter. Keyboard replacement is expensive. It is if I want the one I want, Dale, the one I'm used to, the one I like. I think there was $179. An expensive mistake, let's just say. I don't want that click clack clickety clack. And plus, I have my way, because my keyboard is not only my keyboard for typing, it's how I do all the shortcuts for while I draw. So I want it to be just so. Right, let's have a look here. What have we done? So we've done the shadows. Look at that. I've done all of that while I've been waffling on. Let's make sure I save that. I can show you once it's saved. Oh, it takes forever to save because it's a 16-bit image. It's going to look very cool with the light coming in and then the light coming up here. It's going to look good. It says a ticket from Australia to Florida is about $1,300. Is that an increase since the last time? No, tickets are actually pretty good at the moment. Remember, that's US dollars. So what's 1,300 in Australian? So that's $2,000. Yeah, I know. I spent more last time. I think I spent 3. Again, it's not really the money. I had the money, but it's about justifying the expense. And yeah, look, the reality is tax does come into it. Do I need to do it? You know, I didn't need a write-off this year, like of that amount. I was all quite balanced. Are you releasing a shadow only version? I hadn't planned on it. What I am actually planning on doing, maybe, because I do have a credit with Pete Sametti, is releasing so once all the colors are done, doing a black and white version, but with the shading on it. So not just like pure black and white with the highlights and everything, because I am planning on adding quite a bit to this, you know, and maybe doing like a little black and white version printed through Pete. But I haven't. That's just me, you know, daydreaming. So if you do a con in the States, you can deduct the cost. Oh yeah, I can absolutely deduct everything. Everything that I spend while I'm there, even food, is all business expense because it's all part of networking and marketing. So yeah, if I need that deduction, rather than paying that cash to the ATO, why not, you know, get some benefit out of going out and networking and meeting people? Like with Camel the other day, he was saying he went to the con and he didn't really table much because he didn't really have a place to go, but he met someone and made a business connection and now has a business relationship and is working. Like, you know, it's all part of it. So, all right, what was I going to show you? So what did I do? There you go. Look, it doesn't look like much when you turn it off, but it all adds up. It layers on top. Or just like a shadow version like this. This is what the comic looks like. That would be something. Fun fact, Bancroft's black t-shirts are all tax write-offs. It's his official work uniform. They used to be. That is true, because I used to do a business-like work in t-shirts, and I did, yes, used to deduct my t-shirt purchases as research. That is true. So I know you were making a joke, but that is actually true. All right, everybody, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go to work, and you are all going to go somewhere else. So I don't know where that's going to be, but let me see if anyone else is streaming. Let's see who's live. Where are we? Oh, I got a lot to choose from here. Let's go Death Metal Hero. He's always got a fun show. He's got What's in the Box with Joe Sontag. Sounds good. All right, everybody, have a great one. I will be on Kitty Phillips' channel in a bit. Hope to see you over there. Until then, I should probably play a video on the way out if I can find what I want to play. But I can't, so I'll just play what I normally play. All right, bye.
Perth made an Australian video, and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.